Hello, welcome to today's pick a card reading and welcome to Nina B Intuitive channel if you're new. Today we're going to have a pick a card reading with 3 different options, pile number 1, 2 and 3, and I will like to remind you that these are general readings, so you must take what resonates and leave the rest. And I will list the cards I use below, and I will also make timestamps so you can jump straight to your reading. Now today I'm also sitting here with my cup of coffee because I love coffee, and I'm just going to have a little bit relaxed time with you guys while we do these readings. I hope you're all doing well. Now let's jump straight into it. So which pile would you like? Would you like this pile, number 1 with the smaller silver key? Would you like this middle one, middle size key, a little bit rusty? Or would you like this bigger, long, kind of matte silver key? So use your intuition. Ask your guides and angels to help guide you to pile number 1, 2, or 3 to the message that is meant for you. Now, if you need more time, then you pause the video to make sure that you pick the pile that's meant for you, okay? So take your time and I will be back in a moment, and I will start with pile number 1. So we'll put these other 2 away, number 3 and number 2, so we can start with your number 1. Okay. There. Okay, pile number 1, if you chose this little silver key here, then this is a reading for you. I hope you're all doing well out there. We're going to go through these cards quickly first, at least the tarot cards, and then we're going to look at the oracle cards a little bit later, okay? So we will start with the tarot cards you got. So you got 2 of Cups, and you got 5 of Swords. You also got 7 of Swords and Knight of Wands. Okay, now let's see. Give me a minute and a sip of coffee and we'll sink into this. Now, I see, because I see these 2 5 of Swords and 7 of Swords here, that it has been some sort of a struggle that you have gone through recently. The 5 of Swords, of course, being a struggle between either a grouping or a person, and someone has ended up hurt, and the 7 of Swords is of course a feeling of feeling deceit, or someone has been deceiving you or taking something from you. And since the 2 of Cups lies ahead here, I have a feeling that it was regarding a partnership of some sort. It could be a love relationship, it could be a family member, friend, or a colleague. And with the Knight of Wands here, I mean, Wands is the fire element, so I have a feeling that there is somebody wanting to come in with an idea, wanting to, well, there has the passion, you know, the passion is here, and the want and the wanting to go forward. But the history here is, yeah, on the darker side, I would say. So let's get further into it with these oracle cards first. Star bathing, light body, crystal grid, transmission and activation. And then is discipline, time. That's very interesting. And also tree, let them go. Okay, so there are additional meanings in this, I feel. There are not just one message here. I mean, first message here is, of course, let them go with this card right here. So there has been, you have been hurt, you know, I see this tree is burning, so it's kind of like the hopes and dreams burnt up, or I have a feeling that there was, you invested in that, and that you were passionate about it. It could be, of course, be a relationship or a work relationship, but I mean, you have to fit it where you are, but something that you invested in, and it kind of just went up in flames. So what they're telling you here is that you have to let it go, okay? There's no point in you dwelling on that, what has happened in the past, okay? It might be that it's over, or it might be that you're still in that energy. But what they are encouraging you to do is work on the letting go here, okay? Yeah. So what they're also saying, discipline and time. So for me, that is just a reminder that things take time. I mean, it will take time to come over, to kind of get over a hurt, if you have been hurt or if you feel deceived, or yeah, you know, you have to take, it has to take the time it takes kind of to feel, for you to feel through it and for you to let go, right? It isn't done in a day. So they are encouraging you to take that time and to set aside time and love for yourself to go through this, okay? But I do feel with the Knight of Wands, though, that there is, you have the passion and the drive to actually go into this and to want to, you have the want to move forward is what I feel, okay? So this one is called Star Bathing, Light Body, Crystal Grid, Transmission, and Activation. Okay, so with this card, I have a feeling that they're steering you into you know, receiving, to set aside the time. You see this person is lying down, resting, relaxing. As I said here, you have to take the time to nurture, to love yourself through it, right? And so that what they're encouraging you to do here is actually use the light flowing in through you to help with releasing, because what it does is that it fills up into these places where maybe energies are kind of, I wouldn't say stuck, but where there are energies and consciousnesses that are in need of love and releasing, and so they're using the light into your body to help with that, okay? So it's kind of a healing, but it's not to heal away or run away from what's been hurtful, but rather to actually have the power and the help to go into it, feel it through, and then release, okay? And that's what I feel with that, okay? So what I'm going to do also is I'm going to draw what's called an empowerment card, okay? So let's see if they have any further advice for you in this situation. And we will top it off, of course, with some charms later on. So, okay, let's draw a card here. I don't want to use too much time shuffling. I have shuffled these before, so. Okay, let's see what you get. Mercy. Let compassion fill your world. Offer kindness to all living things. What you give, you also receive. Okay, so I have a feeling that there is two messages in this. I have a feeling that it is regarding you having mercy with the person that has hurt you, to see that it was part of a bigger perspective, to see that it was part of something that you kind of have chosen to play in, you know, like we do before we come in here in this world, is to kind of choose different situations and different things happening in our life that we want to experience, right? So this has been part of a bigger thing for you. But I also feel with this that it's about mercy to yourself. Offer kindness to yourself. What you give is also what you receive. Exactly. So it's also about you know, the energy that you kind of put out there. You send out kind of an invitation regarding where you are, where your frequency is vibrating at the moment, and then you send out kind of that invitation, and that's what you get more of back. So it's also about, once you have gone through and felt through all of this sorrow, and kind of released it, then it's time to move into the Knight of Wands here, where you see the passion moving forward, where you receive, maybe there are some other people coming with some ideas and some passion for you as well, maybe an offer that will come to you. So receive that, you know, be open for new things coming in and for you to receive that new, okay? So that's what I feel with that. So, but let's, I'm just going to have a little sip of coffee here, and then while I pull some charms for you guys. Coffee. You know me and my coffee. Love my coffee. Okay, let's see. I want to just pull a couple of charms here. Okay, let's see what you got. You got a ship or a boat. and you got a shell. And then you got the horseshoe, that's a lucky symbol, and also the shell. And you got a flower. And then you got a little angel here. Beautiful. Okay. So let's see where this fits in with you, because the blossoming, the flower here, I feel like you are in a process now where you cannot really see the blossoming yourself. It's like you feel stuck, of course, if you're in this energy of the Five of Swords and Seven of Swords, where you're feeling let down or there has been some sort of struggle or quarrel. But what they want you to know is that you are still blossoming, actually. You are still, I mean, the seed inside of you is still growing. So even though you cannot see it right now, things are actually happening within you, okay? And it will blossom when it is ready to, is what I hear, okay? Now, with the angel, I often feel like this is a direct message to you, that they are here, that they are wanting to help, and that you need to let them in. You know, see if you can sit down a little bit and meditate and invite the angels in. And maybe it is also an invitation to get to know your angels a little bit better. I mean, which angels do you have in your team, or is there a particular angel you would like to know a little bit better? Okay, so that's an invitation to that. Now, of course, the horseshoe, I feel, is a very lucky symbol. So I have a feeling that what they're telling you here is that it is prosperity and it is light at the end of the tunnel here, is what I feel. And I feel that belongs over here with the Knight of Wands, because that's kind of the energy you need to step into once you have dealt with all of this, right? And again, the shell for me is a lucky symbol, but of course, also because it is the water element, it is an invitation to go deep. Okay, and that's what I feel you need to do here with this situation, because you need to give yourself the love and the time to just feel that through so that you can let go of it, you know. So I will put that next to the mercy. Now this with the boat, of course, again, it's the water element, but I also have a feeling that it is regarding travel. Now it can be, for me, when I hold this and where they're guiding me is to this card over here, okay? And it is about, not a physical travel, but it is about your internal travel, your travel as a spiritual being. Star bathing. I mean, if you do a meditation, it would be fun if you could see yourself floating out into the universe and actually kind of bathe among the stars. See if you can do that. That would be fun. And if you do, please comment below and tell me how it went, because that's a beautiful feeling. And they're saying light body, crystal grid, transmission, and activation. And exactly, activation. So they're encouraging you to contact your angels. They're encouraging you to meditate. They're encouraging you to activate something within you. And I have a feeling that that is the natural progress after you have released whatever it is that was needing of release there, right? That's at least what I feel. Yeah, I have a feeling that that's kind of the main message for you guys, number one. Okay, so I will end it there. And if you like the readings or the work that I do, please hit that like button. It helps me a lot on the algorithms on YouTube. And also, if you haven't subscribed already, then it would be nice if you would hit that subscribe button. And remember to click the bell next to the subscribe button, so that you get notified every time I do a reading, okay? So I guess you have some work ahead of you, but I know that things will get better soon. So you guys just hang in there, and I wish you the very best next time I see you. Bye. Okay, so we are going to move over to number 2 here. Okay, we'll remove that little key from number 1. There. Okay, number 2. So if you chose this half size little rustic key, then this is the reading for you. So I'll put that over here throughout your reading. We're going to look at the tarot cards first, and then we were going to dig deeper into the other oracle cards afterwards. But let's start with the tarot. The Emperor. Three of Cups. Two of Swords. And Three of Swords. Oy, okay. Interesting. 4, 3, 2, 3. Okay. Let me just have a sip of my coffee and we'll get into where they want to guide us here. Okay. Okay, the Emperor for me is someone who can be a patriarch. It can be someone who is strict. It can be also government. But it can also, if it's meant for you, it can be your own strength and your own, how can I put that? Maybe dominance in a situation, you know, because Three of Cups is of course a partnership. It's it can be partnership with friends, it can be work related, it can be family. You know, you kind of have to fit this to where you are right now. The Two of Swords is a choice or the failure to see which direction to take, and of course the Three of Swords is heartache. Or some sort of hurt, someone has been hurt. So with these cards together, this might not resonate for all of you. So there are several different messages, so bear with me here. For some of you, I have a feeling that this is regarding a very strong, dominant person. It could be a father figure, it can be a man in your life, it can be a boss, you know, it can be someone who is quite strict and quite, you know, wanting to stay within the box, not thinking outside the box at all. And this is in a situation where there were supposed to be, you know, mutual work together or sharing together or being kind of a team or a group that works together or moves in the same direction. But there has been some sort of choice that has been made here that has left you, you know, quite sad. It feels like there is a situation where the choice has been made for you, kind of, and that has left you very sad. So that's one of the things I see here. Okay, so that might be significant for some of you. Now, the other thing I see here as well is that this is you as yourself, you know, being strong, standing your ground, you know, in a situation with friends or in a grouping or community. And you were forced to make a choice, but you weren't sure where to go with this, and because of that choice, it has left you quite sad. But I have a feeling that there was a choice that was kind of pushed on you, that it wasn't a choice that you wanted to make, but you kind of had to, is what I feel with that. So that might be significant for some of you. Okay, so the Swords is of course the mental aspect, and so this is also very much ego energy. So it could also be that your ego has kind of come a little bit in the way of you making a decision from your heart, because the Cups is the water element and the heart space, or the emotional space. So you might have been invited to make a choice from there, but you actually ended up making a choice from your ego, which is probably not a good idea. Okay, so let's look at the oracle cards here. It says, you're not for everyone. Embrace your weirdness. Face your true north. Yeah. So that might be what has happened here, you know, that there has been this team or this grouping and they did not agree on your choice here. And that has left you kind of feeling outside and like they didn't understand and sad and stuff. Comfort. Heart. Yeah. So it's about, as I said, invitation to go into your heart space to make a decision here. Okay. And this lavender, surround yourself with love. Yeah, I feel love and emotions is very much part of this reading, I feel. So yeah, I have a feeling that you have been invited to use your heart space, but have ended up using your ego here. Just a second, I just need a sip of coffee. Yeah. Yeah, and I, you know, and it's, yeah, exactly. Okay, yeah, I'm hearing messages. Okay, I just have to tell you what they say. You're not for everyone. And so you need to embrace that. You know, it's okay not to be like everybody else. It's okay to be weird. you know, then you surround yourself with the people who actually love you for you, instead of trying to do something else and be something for somebody else that you're not. Okay, it is to stay in your true self, in your heart space, right? To be true to yourself, instead of making decisions based on what other people think of you or want you to do, or push you into, yeah, again, the feeling of you being pushed into making a decision that actually wasn't good for you, you know, ended up leaving you hurt, you know, in this situation with this team or this family or whatever. Or again, also with the person that has been very strong here and very you know, hard-headed, has made a choice from the ego, not the heart space. That person is not in their heart space, most definitely, if that's the case for you. So that person will never come into the heart space, is what I feel. And so you need to take care of you. You need to say, okay, you know what? I'm done with you. I'm done with the way you look at things. I'm going to go my direction. I'm going to follow my heart, and that's it, is what I feel here, okay? Anyways, I'm going to pull one more card here. It's called Empowerment cards. So I have shuffled these before, so I'm not going to spend much time shuffling, because I want to have time to do some charms afterwards as well. Okay. See what we get here. Nature. Sometimes all you need is to go outside, breathe the fresh air, to remember who you are and where you want to be. Exactly. They're, of course, encouraging you to be out in nature more, and that's all good and well. But what I see here is remember who you are and where you want to be, right? Because this is about you. It's not about them. This is about you being happy in your life. You making decisions for you that are the best decisions for you. Not caring what they think about the decisions that you make. That's not up for them to decide. It's up to you, right? So that's kind of what I feel with that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pick some charms for you guys. Just want to put aside that coffee mug, and then we will find some charms for you guys. Okay. Woo! Something stuck there. Okay. This is interesting. Okay. Now, the moment I saw this, I have a feeling of grief. Okay. So that might fit over here. But it's also a grief of a lost one. Okay. Of a lost someone. I have a feeling there might be, of course, someone that you have lost in your life that you are missing dearly, that you would wished was here, and especially in this situation where you need some comfort. So I have a feeling that this is not just your own grief, but actually a person that you are missing in your life. Okay, so I'll just put that over there. Now let's see. You got a star. Very good news. Wishing upon a star. The key to love. Great. And another love. Okay, so there might be a love relationship, this one, this reading for some of you. And the shell, that's good luck as well. And a pink little lucky cat facing with your back against you. That's interesting. And then this little stocking for Christmas stocking. Okay, so let's look at it. Because when I see this with the double heart and the key to your heart here, so this might be a love relationship for some of you. Somebody, a male, or it could be, of course, female as well, that is very stubborn, that is very, you know, my way of the highway kind of person. And the cups, of course, here being the emotional. So it was, you know, you were meant to be partners. You were meant to do this together. And there was a choice made that was kind of not your choice, maybe. Or maybe you chose it yourself. I don't know. There was a choice made, and that left you kind of heartbroken here. So what they're telling you then is, you know, you need to get into the love space. And that's also, of course, these might also just be an invitation again to go into the love space. and that you're not for everyone. That's all right. You know, people need to make their own decisions for their own life. If that person has decided not to be with you, or you have decided not to be with them, then that's you following your heart, or they're following their heart, and that's beautiful as well. So it's a matter of accepting that that's the case. You know, you're not for everyone, and that's fine. You know, surround yourself with people who actually do love you for you. Okay, so that goes over here with the love. Now, I do see these lucky symbols here, and of course the shell is also the water element. So again, about going deep into the emotional part and into the love energy. The star is wishing upon a star, so there might be something that you wish for coming true soon. Now, this is about Christmas, so it could be something that happened last Christmas or something that's going to happen the next Christmas. And this is a cat with their back turned against you. Now, I say it's a lucky cat because I feel cats in general for me are lucky symbols. But I see also this cat is turning their back against us. And that for me is someone, or a cat that wants to be alone. You know, it could be you that really needs the time to be alone right now. And you know, to love yourself through this this situation. But it can also be that somebody has turned their back on you. And then it's a matter of acceptance again, right? So accepting and going into your own heart space, and to make sure that you surround yourself with people that actually appreciate you for you. So it's heart here and the heart. Love, surround yourself with love, even though you're not for everyone. So, and again, to remember who you are and where you want to be. Okay, so I have a feeling that that's kind of the main message of this reading right here. Okay. Anyways, number 2, I hope this made sense for you guys. If you like my readings or the work that I do, please hit that like button. It helps me a lot on the algorithms on YouTube. And if you haven't subscribed already, then feel free to hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that button to the right of the subscribe button, the bell, so that you get notified every time I do a reading. Okay. And so I wish you the very best, number 2, until I see you the next time. Bye. Okay, so we're going to move over to number 3 now with this key here. Remove the old key. Okay, number 3. So if you picked this silver matte long key, then this is the reading for you. I'll put that over here through your reading. So we're going to look at the tarot cards first, and then we're going to dig deeper into the oracle cards after. I dropped one on the floor, so I have to pick that one up. Okay, let's see what you got. You got 4 of Wands, celebration. That's wonderful. I want to pull this a little bit further in here so you can see better. There. And you got the Chariot. Beautiful. Okay. And you got the Empress. Wow, these are really beautiful cards so far. And the Queen of Wands. Ooh, okay. Well, these are extremely positive cards, I must say. The 4 of Wands is celebration. The Chariot is, of course, an action card, but also maybe a choice that needs to be made. The Empress is emerging, someone who is transforming, growing, nurturing. And the Queen of Wands is, of course, someone who is full of passion, and someone who is actually also in tune with their spiritual side and kind of in balance. So I have a feeling that this is a very positive reading here. Positive news for you guys. Okay, so about a celebration, and there is something about taking action. Now, it could be taking action regarding a celebration or regarding a gathering of some sorts, maybe a family meeting or family gathering that you're supposed to take some action, or there has some action been taken after some sort of gathering that you have been to. Now, the Chariot can also be about making a choice, so it can be about 2 different directions. And the Empress is about emerging, about growing. So it might be that you have made some sort of choice that has left you in a position where you needed to seclude yourself for a period of time to grow. You know, you planted the seed, or the seed was planted in this sort of I have a feeling as a social gathering. There was a plan seated and you made a choice, and now you have gone in to grow and to emerge and to, you know, spend your time. It's like the Empress is pregnant with the belly, and it takes 9 months for the baby to get ready, right? So it's about being in that process where you are growing and where you're emerging, okay? And the Queen of Wands, who is of course someone who is very in tune with their spiritual realm, with their soul, with their eternal self, and also someone who comes in with the passion, with the drive, with, you know, the vision, if you will, of the future. So I kind of feel like that's where you're going to end up. But I have a feeling that you might be in this Empress kind of mode right now. Some of you might even feel like you're a little bit in the limbo. Okay, or some of you might even be still in this decision mode where you want to take action, but you're not quite sure where to go with it. Okay, so let's just have a look at the oracle cards. Now, it was only supposed to be one of these cards, but when I drew for you group number 3, then 2 of them popped out. So we have to look at both of them. Okay, so you're not alone. Isolation, physical connection, and community. Exactly. So I have a feeling that you are in this mode right now where you are secluded a little bit, right? And the second card is you got the love. Hadarian energy, codependency, and boundaries. Okay. Okay. Yeah, well, let's look at the other oracle cards as well here before we go into it any further. So you also got alchemy, magic. Beautiful. And then you got red, forgive. Okay, this is interesting. Very interesting cards here. Okay, so you're not alone. I have a feeling that, you know, as I said, some of you might be feeling like you're in the limbo, or some of you might be kind of in between where making a decision and secluding yourself, or feeling maybe forced into being alone and secluded for a while and feeling like you're in the limbo a little bit. And so what they're saying is, of course, that you are not alone, and they're encouraging you to still be part of a community, though, even though you feel the need to be alone. It doesn't have to mean that you have to seclude yourself altogether. And I see the word community here, and this is kind of our community here. So there might have been something about you being part of a community or part of a work situation where you were feeling maybe you have to leave in order for you to grow. And that might be true, but at the same time they're saying it might actually be possible to have both. So that might be significant for some of you, okay? So it also says here you got the love, boundaries, energy, Hadarian energy, codependency. So I think what they're trying to tell you here is that you already have the love inside, or you can use the love from the universe, and you can set the boundaries towards the people in this community if you want to. It doesn't mean that you have to cut all contact with them. And the community, by the way, can be family, it can be friends, you know, it can be, you know, you have to kind of adjust it to where you are. So it doesn't mean that you have to cut them off altogether, but it just means that you have to set your boundaries straight. And remember that if you are a person that kind of feel like you're not getting enough love from this community, from this family, from this group, remember that the true love and the best love that you can ever get is from the universe, is from the Christ consciousness, from the God source energy. So they're inviting you to get that love in, and you as the eternal self as well is love enough for the human self, actually. So they're also saying alchemy and magic here. So they're telling me that you actually have the magic within to kind of solve this situation. And that's what I feel with the Empress card here, and also with the Queen of Wands. See? That you are someone who is in contact with your eternal self and with the light and the universal energies. So you have the magic within you to solve any situation, really. Okay? And then, of course, we come to this one, which is forgive. Now, I have a couple of things I want to address there, because forgiveness, well, it is, I understand, in a mental aspect that forgiveness is something that is needed in some situations. And but most importantly, I think not just forgiving others, but forgiving yourself. But with that being said, in my perspective is that we choose the different energies to play in when we come here in this human experience, and we also choose then situations that we are going to get into and people we are going to meet. And since we have already kind of decided that we're going to experience that, then there really is need for forgiveness, because this is something that they are not doing to you but actually for you. So it also about gaining that perspective and seeing that there's actually nothing to forgive. But for me, I'm also more drawn to not just the words here, but the picture, the image in itself. And I see that she's looking a little bit sad here, but it is at the same time lots of flourishing around her, you know, lots of growth around her. So the thing that I'm drawn to in this is nurture yourself, you know, indulge yourself, love yourself through this, you know, take that bath, you know, go and get that haircut, buy that sweater or those shoes, you know, be loving towards yourself, be forgiving and loving towards you is what I feel with this. Okay. Anyways, I want to pull some charms as well for you guys. Let's see what you get to kind of top off this reading. Oh, no, first. Oh, I almost forgot. I'm supposed to pull one of these cards as well before I pull some charms. We have time for that, right? Yes, we do. Okay, so this is empowerment cards, okay? So let's see what they have as an advice for you guys. Oh, almost forgot that. Well, it's a good thing I remembered. Okay, let's see. What do we get here? Ooh. Dance. Find your heart's rhythm. Step lightly and swing with the melody. Close your eyes and let joy lead the way. Beautiful. So it is with the heart again here, the heart's rhythm, getting into the heart, kind of filling up with that light and heart energy, love frequency, right? Step lightly and swing with a melody. So they're also encouraging you to play here, you know, use music and dancing and whatever brings you joy, you know, let joy lead the way is what they're saying here. And also I see all this green here, so of course they're encouraging you to go into nature as well. And you know, you had this card here with the nourishment for yourself and giving yourself love and space. So I have a feeling that that's kind of related to that as well. Okay, so now we're going to pull the charms for you. Okay, let's see what we get here. Ooh, you got a lot of charms. Okay, let's see here. This is actually a little skull. I don't know if you can see that. That might be significant for Halloween. Who knows? This is a diamond. And a nice shoe, high-heeled shoe. And an eagle or raven, maybe. A feather. A shell. That has popped up in every reading today. A shell. That's interesting. And this is, what is this? Oh, that's teeth. That's another Halloween thing. Oh, okay, and this must be something around Halloween for you guys. Okay, and this is the Tree of Life. And the letter S might be significant here for some of you. Now, it was next to love and the key. Maybe there's somebody in your life who starts with an S. That's a love connection. Yes, and this is the clover, the lucky clover. So, okay. So these symbols for me is luck, and also with the feather, it's an invitation to listen to your angels maybe a little bit more, and also to open up for other, there might be other guides for you that want to communicate. And when I see the feather, of course, I'm also drawn to or reminded about the Native Americans and their way of looking. Maybe you have a Native American that's one of your guides, who knows, you know. So sink into that, see if you can find out who your guides are. Maybe they want to connect a little bit more with you. Now the diamond, it's also kind of a lucky symbol, you know. You're a diamond in the rough, or the diamond that is actually just a piece of coal that is suppressed for so long and it emerges as a diamond. That's kind of the process that you're in as well with this Empress energy, you know. And with the nice shoe here, I have a feeling that they're encouraging you, like this dance card, to put on the nice stuff and kind of do what brings you joy right now, okay? It's about nourishing yourself. And this is about the bird perspective, so don't forget. Like I said here as well with the forgiveness card, don't forget the bird perspective with what you kind of have chosen to experience in this life. And that is nothing is done to you, but actually for you. And this, as I said, might be significant for a love connection with the letter S. And the tree of life, you know, it's about emerging. It's about growing. It is about blossoming into the new you. You know, it is meant. I feel it's fated. So it is meant to be is what I feel. Now, these here are interesting because I very rarely get these up in a reading. And since there's both these teeth and the skull, I have a very strong connection with Halloween for this. Maybe you're born around Halloween, or maybe Halloween is a holiday that you celebrate or that is very special to you. Or maybe it is significant for actually you being in connection with the spiritual realm. But anyways, I feel like Halloween is something that is significant for you in any way, shape, or form. Okay? So that's kind of what I feel, number 3. So I see that you are in this process, but I mean, from my perspective here, it looks like things are going to go very well for you. But it is about being in the process and accepting that the process is where it is, and not expect things to go quicker than it does. I mean, things take the time it does, right? So, but they are saying that you have the magic yourself and you got the love. Invite them in. You are not alone. The team wants to help you, and they're encouraging you to dance, find your joy, and to take that time it takes for the Empress to evolve, you know. It isn't done in a day. So be gentle with yourself. Love yourself through whatever it is that you're going through, right? I hope you like this reading. And if you do, please click that like button and subscribe if you want to, if you haven't already. And then remember to click that little bell button to the right side of the subscription button so you get notified next time I do a reading. And I thank you so much for joining me today. And until the next time I see you, bye.